Welcome to Hopeful Horizons, journaling for mental health, clarity, courage, and calm. Hi, my name is Jules, and I'm a educator, a certified life coach, a journal creator, a mental health and mindfulness advocate, and a woman in her late 50s who's walked through addiction, anxiety, and trauma. For me, journaling has been one of the most powerful and affordable tools I've ever found. I've spent years in and out of therapy, and while therapy is great and I use it and I will probably use it in the future, it's not always been accessible to me. So, journaling gave me a way to dig deeper into my own story, explore childhood trauma and bullying, and begin healing in ways that didn't depend on someone else's schedule or budget. Addiction, anxiety, and people pleasing, these are all symptoms. And journaling helps you dig deeper and uncover the root causes of those symptoms, puts words into pain, and finally helps you feel like you have control over your own healing. If you've ever felt overwhelmed, scattered, or disconnected from yourself, I'm so glad you're here. This isn't about being a perfect journaler. It's about learning to listen to yourself one page at a time. Why journaling actually works. So, a little bit of the science behind journaling, okay? I won't go too nerdy on it, but it activates the prefrontal cortex, the logic and regulation, the front of your brain. It's what helps you be a critical thinker, it helps you think things through. If you are suffering from a high level of anxiety, the prefrontal cortex shuts down, it stops working, and you go into a sympathetic nervous system mode, and that is fight, flight, or freeze. Your nervous system is just trying to keep you safe, it's trying to keep you alive. And it starts scanning for danger. Your heart is racing, your thoughts are going crazy, and your cortisol floods your system. Your body is on high alert. By grabbing a notebook or a journal and a pen and writing things down, it slows everything down and it allows your nervous system to go into a parasympathetic mode. And that is your rest and digest state. And that allows you to come from a place of reflection, not reaction. Okay? Your cortisol level drops, your prefrontal cortex kicks back in, and you're able to think more calmly. And one of my favorite quotes in The Untethered Soul by Michael Singer is, "You're not your thoughts, you're the one who observes them." That's what journaling's given me, a chance to pause, to reflect, and to stop reacting so much, because I'm a very defensive person, and that is a trauma response. So, the 5-step journaling method is one that I use that helps me keep it a daily practice. You want to choose a time and a place. You can journal in the morning, or you can journal at night, or you can journal both in the morning and at night. I currently journal both in the morning and in the evening. In the morning, it helps me set the tone for my day. When I don't journal, I notice a difference in how I respond to things. I'm more, and I've noticed this, I'm more in a reactive instead of a more reflective headspace. I also journal at night now because I'm struggling with sleep. And journaling has helped me create more calm in the evening. And when I get all of these thoughts out of my head and onto a piece of paper, it makes a huge difference in my sleep at night. So right now, for me, I'm journaling both in the morning and in the evening. And that might be something that you'd like to do as well. It's just a couple of minutes each time. Use something that feels good in your hands, a notebook, a journal, whatever it is that feels good, an empty journal, a guided journal. Start with prompts like, how am I feeling emotionally? How am I feeling physically? By asking yourself both of those things, you're coming from a somatic mode of therapy. It's both the brain and the body, and it makes a huge difference in your healing. You can also ask yourself what you're grateful for and set an intention for the day. Keep it short, 3 minutes is enough. And end with something like, what do I want to carry forward from this? So, a friend of mine, she knows I journal, and she's said to me on more than one occasion, oh, I don't have time to journal. And I challenged her. I said, I think with my schedule, if anybody wants to say they don't have time to journal, that would be me and many others who are juggling a full-time job and a business and courses. But I have a challenge for you. And she said, okay, fine. What is it? And I said, well, why don't you, what's one thing you do in the evening? Is there something you do every evening before you go to bed? She said, yeah, I have a cup of tea. Okay. When you get your cup of tea, grab your notebook or your journal. While you're drinking your cup of tea, journal. 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, whatever. It takes more than 3 minutes to drink a cup of tea. She's like, okay. I said, do it for 30 days. If you miss a day, no shame. If you miss a couple of days, again, no shame. Just go back to it when you can. At the end of those 30 days, she was surprised. And she said, you're right. I do have time to journal. And she noticed a difference. She noticed some patterns that she's been working on now that's making her daily life even better. And that's just through simply writing down your thoughts every day. Okay? So what if I don't know what to write? I hear it a lot, and I get you. And just try this. I don't know what to write right now. That's a simple way to start. If you're still struggling with that, go to Google, go to ChatGPT, and ask these search engines to give you prompts on how to journal. If you're feeling anxious, ask it to give you prompts for that. If you're feeling depressed, ask it to give you prompts for that. Use these AI tools to help provide you with some prompts until you don't need those prompts anymore, until you can just do it on your own. It's okay to use these tools, because that's what's helped me. I use them when I need them, because sometimes I get stuck. I don't always have all the answers, and sometimes I don't know what to write, and I will write that. I don't know what to write today. Today's been a shitty day. Also, when you're describing how you're feeling, go deeper than I feel happy, I feel sad, I feel angry. Your feelings are more nuanced than that. And if you can see the emotions wheel on your screen right now, in the center, that's where you're going to see those emotions: happy, sad, angry. Start in the center and work your way out. If you have my journal, you have a copy of that. If you don't, go to Pinterest, Google Images, get a free copy, print it off, put it in your notebook, keep it on your phone. And when you're journaling and when you're writing down how you're feeling, use the emotions wheel to go deeper. You could be feeling insecure, hopeful, disappointed. Use more adjectives to describe how you're really feeling. Get at the root of where your feelings actually are. Okay? So when you do that, you will notice a shift. And if you start doing that, once you've journaled all of that, go back to the wheel and see if your emotions have shifted just by doing that exercise, and choose a new adjective. Let's talk about fear. Fear is not your enemy. Fear is something to be paid attention to. You need to listen to fear. You need to work with fear, not against it. It's a messenger. It's not a malfunction. It's a sign that you're stepping into something bigger. One of my favorite exercises is a brain dump. Write down every thought in your head, especially your fears. Then pick one of those fears and challenge it. If your fear is, I can't do this, it's too hard, ask yourself, is that true? You may say, yeah, I just wrote it down, it's true. Is it really true? Where is the evidence that it's true? Have you tried to do the thing that you're saying you can't do? Have you made one small step towards trying to do the thing that you're saying that you cannot do? What if it weren't true? How would you feel if you came to the realization that it wasn't true? Okay? You can use the brain dump and this challenge for anything at all. For another example, if you're feeling really low and you're feeling a bit depressed, and you might do a brain dump, and then you may choose one like, nobody loves me. And then you can say, is that true? Yes, it's true. Is it really true? Where is the evidence? You're saying to yourself that not one person out there in the entire world loves you. Really? So what if it's not true? How would you feel if you knew if it wasn't true? See how that shifts. Okay? Stop letting fear run the show. You can sit with it calmly and be the person that works through your fears and starts moving towards a life of courage and fulfilling your dreams just by journaling. So make it a ritual, make it a gentle habit. Keep your journal somewhere that's visible. Okay, it's not about perfection. If you miss a few days, that's fine. It's about connection. There's no shame. Parrot, like James Clear's Atomic Habits book, habit stacking. If you drink tea in the evening and you're journaling in the evening, do it then. In the morning, after I feed my cats and I make my cup of coffee, I do a quick meditation and then I journal. Right after my meditation, I habit stack. Okay? So I don't try to create a whole new system. I just habit stack, adding one new thing. Okay, not 10 new things every day, which is what we try to do sometimes, and then we fail, and then there's shame. It's not about that. Maybe you want to create a ritual. Tea, candle, music. Some people do that in the mornings. They really like that. Incense, essential oils. Use a habit tracker if that helps, because then it will help you notice some patterns, good or bad. No shame. It should be a safe space, not work, not a task. So what's next? This masterclass was my gift to you. It's something, if something here clicked, even a tiny shift, keep going. Okay? You've already started. Now giving yourself the structure and softness to keep going is what I want for you. You can start, if you want, by buying my premium guided mental health journal, Breathe. It's a simple journal. It's very discreet. It's easy to carry in your purse. It's guided. It's not an empty page. Use it for 3 to 5 minutes a day. You can get it on Amazon. If you're in the Halifax, Nova Scotia area of the world, if you're like local and you know who I am, you can get it directly from me. You can also get a one pager on some prompts to get yourself started. I created a one pager specifically for you at the end of this masterclass. If you're just like, ugh, I don't know where to start, I don't want any prompts, I don't usually use AI, okay, I've got you covered. I created a one page of some simple, easy prompts to get going. Just DM me, send me an email. So here are ways to keep in touch with me. You can check out my journal again, as I said, by going to my website, and it'll direct you to Amazon. You can email me any questions, anything you want to talk about. I'm there. If you want the one page PDF of prompts, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Facebook. I'm also on LinkedIn. If you get onto those social media feeds, you'll find me on LinkedIn as well. I, less than a year ago, started a YouTube channel called Rise with Jules, where I talk about addiction, trauma, menopause, hacks for all of those things, tools that you can add to your mental health toolbox. I talk about journaling. Journaling is at the center of everything that I do, because I 100% believe that it will make a difference in your life. Regardless of where you are in your life, journaling can only improve it. So I thank you again for taking advantage of this free resource. And you don't have to fix yourself and your entire life in one day. You just have to show up for yourself, one breath and one page at a time, and show yourself kindness and compassion.